Okay, this video is coming to you from Seville in Spain. Seville is a fabulous city, well worth a visit. I'd strongly recommend it. Fabulous Moorish influenced architecture, buildings. You'll see a tower there behind me. That's a Moorish tower going back hundreds of years, centuries. And the cathedral here, Seville Cathedral, which I visited earlier on, is the biggest Gothic cathedral in the world. And it has obviously Christian influences and so on. So you have a mix of the Baroque, you have a mixture of Christian, you have a mixture of Moorish, you have a mixture of the cultural heritage of Islam here, and so on and so forth, Moors and the Christians, etc. But this video, short video, is about how to advertise your business, or how a small business should advertise, should promote themselves. And the one thing that I suggest that you do and make it your business to do is to, one, fish where the fish are. In other words, if you see behind me there's a kiosk and there's a guy there selling water and Coke, Diet Coke, and he's selling beer and so on. If you consider it's 30 degrees Celsius here today in Seville, so that guy that's selling water has plenty of fish. So he's fishing essentially where the fish are. In other words, there's people here who need and want water, who want Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, beer, or whatever, but they want some sort of sustenance, some sort of liquid sustenance. He's fishing where the fish are. From your perspective, in 2019, I'm suggesting to you that you need to very, very intentionally and very, very carefully and very assiduously study exactly where your potential market is and fish there. It's going to take you a little bit of trial and error. It's going to take a little bit of hit and miss. It's going to take quite a few experiments using, for example, Facebook advertising, using YouTube advertising, using Instagram, using Twitter, all of the platforms that are out there, all of the ways you can essentially fish where the fish are, where your people are, where your potential market is. That's where you need to be targeting your message, obviously. And there's no point trying to sell snow or ice to Eskimos, or selling products or services to people who don't want them. For example, if you're selling, let's say, dog training, there's no point targeting people who don't have dogs. So you need to fish where the fish are. You need to do trial and error, and after a while of smart advertising, smart trial and error, hit and miss, you will eventually carve out a very bespoke marketing program for you. And it's not going to be one that's handed to you on a plate by some so-called digital marketing or online marketing expert. It's going to be one that's carved out by you and built and designed by you, because only you know your business and your market as well as you do. But the best thing you can do is spend a little bit of time, a little bit of money studying where your market is, where they hang out, where you're likely to meet them. The second thing you need to do then is provide value in advance. So you don't want to just give them a message of buy my shit. You want to give them a message of utility, usefulness. What you do is you give useful information, or perhaps even a trial of your product up front at the beginning without any obligation. What you're doing is you're providing value in advance. VIA, value in advance. You're providing utility. Whatever you're doing, whether it's a tip, for example, in my game, I provide free information about employment law, about property law, and so on. But I provide all of this information up front, free, gratis, and people eventually then say, Jesus, that was fairly useful. Your man can't be all bad. That was a useful tip. I must get on to him about this particular problem and see what he knows about it. But my philosophy and my strategy is not to target you or anybody else and say, please buy my stuff. Please use me as a solicitor. The country is full of solicitors. What I do is I provide value in advance. I provide useful information or a useful tip, something of value, something of utility up front in advance. And I suggest that you do the same thing in your business. So two things I suggest to grow your business, to advertise your business. Number one, fish where the fish are. Discover where your people are and meet them there. And two, provide value in advance. provide utility, give them something useful. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, give it the thumbs up down below, and I'm going to have to sign off now. It's 30 degrees C here and my phone is ready to melt, and I got to get back onto the bus to go back to Albufeira. You may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. I make a new video once a week, every Saturday, about Irish business or Irish law. Hope you find this one useful. If you do, as I say, just give it a thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.